Hello, loves! It's Kat here from Self-Unity. Welcome to today's divine reading. I'm so grateful to be here with you today, love. Thank you for joining me for this weekly energy update. So for today's reading, we are just going to be pulling cards and seeing what messages of guidance you need to receive at this time to help you throughout this upcoming week. However, I do set the intention that all my readings are timeless. So if you're watching this in the middle of the week or, at any other time than when I'm posting it, that is okay. Trust that you were drawn to this reading at the time that you're drawn to it because there is a message of guidance in it for you. All right, love. So while I'm shuffling the deck, I invite you to take a moment to get centered with yourself. If you feel called to, you can do some deep intuitive breathing. So just breathing in and letting it out. Breathing in and letting it out. One more time together. In and release. And if you feel called to continue doing some deep intuitive breathing, maybe pausing the video for a moment so you can get centered and aligned and open and ready to receive the messages of guidance I want to come through for you today, you can do that. I'm also inviting you to take a moment to ask any questions that you may have weighing on your mind at this time that you would like to receive some guidance or answers upon. Or if there's any intentions, any situations that you're going through and you'd like to set the intention to receive guidance on that situation, go ahead and take a moment to ask those questions and set those intentions now. And trust that you will receive your answers in the divine's perfect timing. And while you're listening to this reading and in all situations in life, trust your intuition first and foremost above all. All right, loves, let's go ahead and get into our reading today. For today's reading, I am using the Lightseers Tarot. So let's see what our cards are. We have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands. All right, we have Two of Wands. We have Wands energy. Okay, so this may be a busy week in our physical environment. Page of Pentacles. We have two pages. Wow, this is going to be a big week for some of you. 10 of Pentacles. Wow, beautiful reading. Beautiful cards here, and we have 20 Judgment. All right. Wow, we have some really beautiful cards coming out this week. Really beautiful, powerful energy. Before I get started divining the messages that the cards are bringing forth, Spirit is reminding me to share with you that we do have the new moon in Cancer taking place this week on Wednesday, June 25th at 6:32 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we did just enter into Cancer season with the sun just moved into the sign of Cancer. Okay, so this week, the sign of Cancer is known for being the mother sign, very nurturing, very intuitive, very emotionally connected. And when it's Cancer season, a lot of the times we get the guidance that, things may be a little bit emotional, but I'm actually feeling that this week it feels more like this energy of being nurtured, being loved, being cared for, finally coming into the acceptance of something, or the acceptance of, of yourself, of someone, or something that's going on in your life. Okay, that is what this shift into Cancer season is going to be highlighting for you this week. Okay, with that being said, let's see what our cards are bringing up here, because we have some very active energy happening here too. So I almost feel like that mother archetype is really being highlighted here this week and over the next few days, where you're really going to be nurturing something or someone, or you're going to be allowing yourself to be nurtured, to be mothered. And so when we are in that space of mothering somebody or nurturing somebody or something, we're just really focused on providing a level of care and attention and love to that child, to that thing, that experience that we are wanting to give nourishment to and help to grow and support. Okay, so take that as it applies, because it can really be applied to anything here with the wands coming out. But I do see that this is something that is happening in the physical world. So for some of you, because we have the pentacles here, this could be about nurturing a business, growing a new business, nurturing a new position at a job, nurturing your new classes that you're taking out of college, or maybe taking online classes and just getting familiar with the material. And then for some of you, we have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is the card of family, the family unit, relationships, love, also abundance, okay? So you may also be nurturing close loved ones, family members, not just children, but maybe a significant other, maybe a parent or a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle. Okay, so take that as it resonates with you. But this week is really about giving back to others, from a place of nourishment, from a place of love, from a place of support, and really giving your energy, your time, your attention, and your love and support to something in the physical world. And then on the other side of that, for some of you, I see that you are also going to be receiving that nourishment and that nurturing, loving, caring energy in return. Okay, and so if you are in need of receiving nourishment, receiving that energy of like being mothered by somebody or something, don't be afraid to ask for it. Okay, because we have the Judgment card here, and so there is this energy coming in where there's something that some of you may be wanting to pursue, or something that you may be wanting to ask for, but maybe you've been kind of hiding inside, hiding in the shadows, not wanting to take a chance on yourself or take a chance on this pursuit, this venture, this idea, or this individual. And so you have just been keeping your ideas, your thoughts, and your questions really close to yourself. But what it is that you're wanting, what it is that you're needing to ask for, it's going to provide you so much. It's going to provide you the love, the nourishment, the care that you've been seeking. And it's also going to provide you this sense of physical safety and support that you have also been seeking. So for some of you, you may also be trying to elevate in some way, where you're trying to move closer towards something. So there may be some type of goal that you are trying to achieve, but you feel as though you've been maybe like stuck in between, or stuck in a rut, stuck in a cycle that hasn't allowed you to move to the next stage or the next step or next phase of this journey. But it's because you're sitting on this intuitive wisdom that you're receiving to go somewhere and try something that may be a little different, a little unique, or to go and ask somebody for help or for assistance or for their guidance or input, and you're just not asking them because you're holding on to these sort of misperceived ideas and thoughts of judgment that really are not even true. It's just something that you are assuming and expecting to come of you allowing yourself to be vulnerable and asking for what it is that you are desiring to receive. So your guidance this week, if you're feeling that energy, there's something you want or need to ask for, or need to voice, need to communicate to somebody or to yourself about something that's going on internally, but it's also connected to something that you're experiencing in the physical, then take a leap of faith this week and give communication, give voice to those questions, to those ideas, to those thoughts that you're experiencing, because you will be met with love. You will be met with support. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles here, which are the cards of support, new beginnings, new foundations being laid. These are also counting one another here. So it's like taking steps as well, taking steps to invite in more abundance, more support, more love, more nourishment, more money. Some of you need to hear that. Some of you are waiting to receive more money, income in some way. Okay, but you're needing to ask. So somebody may be needing to ask for a salary raise or a pay increase. Maybe your company was giving out bonuses and you didn't receive one, and maybe something just went wrong in the processing of it. And so you just need to ask, hey, why did everybody else get a bonus except me? and then boom, maybe, the bonus will go through and they'll be able to issue it to you. So really don't be afraid this week to ask for the things that you are desiring to ask for, because those thoughts and ideas of you wanting those things wouldn't land in your mind, wouldn't land in your energy field if it wasn't meant for you to receive it and to have it. And even if you don't receive it right away, there's still something that you're meant to experience in giving voice to those things that you are requiring and wanting to experience and to have and to hold as a means of support and nourishment for yourself. There is something that those experiences will teach you about yourself, about the environments that you're allowing yourself to be a part of, and the communities and the connections that you're allowing yourself to connect with. Okay. So what I mean by that is, if you ask somebody for something and they shoot you down, you are meant to have that experience to really question the ways in which you are connecting in those relationships. So do they really support you? Do they have your best interests? And if the answer is no, then you may need to be reflecting on if those are the right relationships for you to be connecting with. Okay, so there's always some type of lesson or experience that is meant to be had, even in those moments when we don't get or receive exactly what it is that we're asking for. But the energy is so positive this week, and we have, like I said, the sun and the moon moving into Cancer this week, which is just providing this very high. We have 111 on the clock right now too, which is confirmation with all these ones here, the pages and the 10, and also the 2s there, 1s and 2s. So taking steps again. But yes, with the sun and the moon both moving into Cancer this week, this is a very positive week where you will be receiving the nourishment, the love, the care, and the attention that you are requiring and that others around you are requiring from you as well. So it's like a week that is filled very much with this give and take energy. And there was something else coming in. Oh yes, there's also this energy coming in where it's like you're also just awakening to the realizations and recognizing exactly where it is that you need a little more self-care, a little more self-love, a little more nourishment, nurturing support from yourself and from others around you as well. Okay, loves, let's see if there's anything else that's coming through with these cards before we get into our oracle pools. I'm just really drawn to the dog here. It looks a little bit like a Labrador. So Labrador symbolism could be significant to somebody. Maybe you have a Labrador dog, or a friend does, or a close family member. And then somebody could be getting a new puppy this week. That's just coming through as well. New puppy, new love coming in this week. So also maybe new romantic relationships, new connections as well. And then I'm also drawn to the globe there and the VW. So maybe traveling, maybe somebody's getting a new car this week, or traveling with new modes of transportation, maybe taking a flight, getting on a bus. I'm also seeing the bus, getting on a bus, going somewhere by bus. Okay, let's see what we have here. This is from the Seasons of the Witch Litha Oracle, and we just celebrated Litha on the summer solstice on the 20th. So this is a great deck to be using now that we are in the summer season. All right, so our first card from the Oracle is Garden Beds, number 11. Look at that, another 11. That's so crazy. Sometimes it's difficult to see how hard you're working when you don't provide space for reflection. Wow, we have all the ones coming out today. We also have Country Cottage, number 7. It is time for the seeker to look within. What haunts you can only be faced by you. All right, and we also have Green Witch 12. Wow, another counting card, 11 to 12. This is crazy. Synchronistic. No one decision is insignificant. The act of intentionality calls to you. Wow. These are some powerful cards here, my loves. So what is coming through with these readings is really that it is time to give back to yourself. I know we talked a lot about giving back to others, nourishing others, nurturing others, but you can't again, I know these are a little cheesy here, but this quote always comes up from time to time. You cannot fill up from an empty cup. You cannot fill others' cups up when your cup is empty. And there is something within you that is deeply, deeply requiring your attention, your love, your support. There's something within you that you have been hiding from. But it's there. It's there. And it's waiting for you. It's waiting for you to show it the love, to show it the nurturing, to show it the care that it requires and that it needs. And I'm seeing that all that it really needs is awareness. It just needs attention. It just needs recognition. So you already know what this is too, because you've been pushing it down. You've been pushing it away from yourself. You've been denying this as truth when this is your soul truth. This could be connected to a number of things, but I see that very specifically, this may not resonate with everyone. This may be for one or two very specific people, but I'm seeing that there is something that you have been denying yourself, something that you have been almost like lying to yourself about, where there is maybe something that you're experiencing that you no longer want to be experiencing, or there's something that you really want to be experiencing and pursuing, but you keep telling yourself that you'll get to it later, you'll get to it when the time is right, or you're telling yourself that you're not worthy of receiving it, you're not good enough to be practicing that, when deep down within you know that this is really calling to you and you are meant to be experiencing it. And then if you're on the other side, where you're experiencing something that you know is just no longer right for you, maybe it never was, then you have to admit that to yourself and know that it may be time, that it is time to leave it behind. Okay, so there is deep awareness coming in this week around where you have been putting yourself to the side and putting others' experiences and situations before yourself. And the universe is coming in, your soul is coming in, your higher self is coming in, God is coming in, Goddess is coming in, and they are telling you enough is enough. It's time to put yourself first, because in this life you matter the most. And whatever your soul is guiding you towards, whatever your soul is calling you towards, whatever your soul is asking you to experience, that is what you are meant to experience, and you are good enough for it, and you are worthy enough for those practices, for those experiences, for that love, for that healing, for that nurturing, for that nourishment. You are worthy of all of those things just because you are you. Because you are a being of divine love. You are a miracle, a manifestation of a miracle. Do not forget that. You are a miracle, and you deserve to experience the miracles that your soul is guiding you to experience. So stop hiding from yourself and allow yourself to admit these truths of what is no longer working for you, what is no longer nurturing you, what is no longer providing a sense of love, safety, and support, and the energy of abundance, and start aligning and inviting in the experiences, the connections, and the practices that are going to allow you to receive that love, that energy of fun and playfulness and joy and peace that you are seeking to experience, that your soul is seeking to experience. Because right now I see that you may be a little bit in your mind, and we really want to get you out of your mind and into your body, into your soul, so you can hear these truths and admit them to yourself and allow yourself to embody them and to operate from that space of your divine soul truth. So that way, when you come into these physical spaces, you're operating from that soul truth and not from that energy of the judgment and those half-based truths, those things that are not true about yourself, okay? So we did have some messages coming up around worthiness wounds a bit, so we may be healing worthiness wounds this week and working on aligning with the truth that you are worthy and you are deserving and that you are enough, because you are. So take some time this week, okay, the beginning of this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, If you can, try to take a day off, but at least take some time, maybe when you wake up in the morning or before you go to bed in the evenings, just take some time to reflect on your day-to-day experiences and really ask yourself if the places, the people, and the practices that you are interacting with daily are in alignment with the energy of providing you with this energy of love, of safety, of peace, of joy, of pleasure. And if they are not, then take some time to reflect on where you can let go of those things that are not providing you with those energies, and where you can invite in new practices, new relationships, new environments that will bring in more of those energies of love, abundance, safety, peace, and joy. Okay, loves, let's go ahead and pull our last card now. So I'm going to pull one last card from this deck here. I've been really enjoying working with this deck. These are the Self-Awareness card deck, and these are just questions that you can choose to just reflect on the answers quietly to yourself, or you can journal out your answers to these questions, which I highly recommend that you put pen to paper and journal out your answers to these questions. And Spirit usually doesn't do this, but they are coming in and they're saying, make time, because this is the end of the reading, make time right now and journal out your answer to the question that we get today. I don't even know what the question is yet, but Spirit's coming in and saying to tell you that. Make time. Just take two minutes, 2 to 5 minutes. There we go. That's the one. Where can you create more space? Yes, where can you create more space? Where can you take up more space for yourself, for the ones that you truly care about, for the practices that you truly care about, the practices that you truly want to be connecting with and aligning with, for the people that you truly want to be connecting with and aligning with. Let's see what's on the back here. We have, instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time to just be. And your soul action for today is do a clutter detox of your schedule, your home, and innermost self. Make space and clarity will come. Yes. So this perfectly sums up the reading around where do you need to create more space in your life to really allow yourself to align with the types of experiences, connections, and environments that you really want to be aligned with, that are going to actually provide you a sense of nourishment and nurturing and love and care and attention in the same ways that you are providing them. Okay, we want to move into spaces, connections that are very uplifting and supportive. Okay, you want an even, balanced give and take relationship, and it's time to start reflecting on how you can make that happen by asking yourself where you can create more space in your life for these practices, for these connections. All right, love. So one more time, instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time to just be. Just be with yourself. Tune in to what your soul, what your heart, what your intuition is speaking to you, because it is speaking to you loud and clear, and it's trying to align you with this kind of new beginning. Okay, there's like a new beginning that's available to you, and it's not that we have 1, 2, 3 on the clock now. Okay, wow. And it's not a new beginning in terms of like starting over completely, but it's more of a new beginning in terms of the energy that you will be gifted and the energy that will be exchanged between you and the spaces and the places and the connections, people that you will be connecting and aligning with moving forward. All right, love. So that is it for your reading today. I thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this reading, please give this video a thumbs up. And I do want to let you all know that I am offering personal readings. I am still working on my website. It is so close to being launched. I'm so excited to share that all with you. But until then, I am taking personal readings bookings through my Instagram. So you can send me a DM on Instagram at selfunity, or you can email me at selfunity@outlook.com and we can set up a private reading for you. And I will leave the links in the description box down below so you can click on them and just be connected with me directly. All right, loves, but that is it for your reading today. I thank you so much once again. Until next time, bye, loves.